When was the last time you saw a fight that made you stop and think, this one could change everything? That's exactly what we're looking at here. Two unbeaten champions, both holding titles, both regarded as the very best in the light heavyweight division, are finally about to face each other. This isn't just another fight on the calendar. It's a collision of styles, of personalities, of strategies. On one side, you've got Dmitry Bivol. He's calm, collected, and cold-blooded in the ring. Bivol isn't here to entertain with wild exchanges or knockouts. He's here to put on a masterclass in how to outthink, outmove, and outpoint his opponent. Every punch he throws has a purpose. Every movement is deliberate. He's a surgeon in the ring, and his methodical approach is what has brought him to the top. In the other corner, we have Artur Beterbiev, the complete opposite of Bivol in almost every way. Where Bivol is careful, Beterbiev is ruthless. He doesn't dance around the ring, he stalks his prey. He doesn't care about winning on points because, frankly, he doesn't need to. In all 19 of his professional fights, not one has gone the distance. He breaks opponents down, physically and mentally, until they can't take it anymore. Beterbiev is a knockout artist, plain and simple. Now imagine those two forces meeting in the middle of the ring. It's almost like an unstoppable force versus an immovable object. Bivol's precision and discipline versus Beterbiev's raw, unrelenting power. The outcome? Impossible to predict. But one thing's for sure, this fight will be a defining moment for both men. One will leave the ring as the undisputed champion. The other? Well, their perfect record will be shattered. Let's dig a little deeper into the fighters themselves, because understanding their styles is key to figuring out what might happen on fight night. Dmitry Bivol isn't the kind of fighter who's going to overwhelm you with power. No, his approach is much more subtle than that. He's often described as the thinking man's boxer. Every step he takes inside the ring is calculated. He knows how to control the distance, how to dictate the pace, and how to make his opponents swing at air. It's not just about throwing punches, it's about not getting hit. Bivol's defense is as much a weapon as his offense. He rarely allows his opponents to land clean shots, and that frustrates them. He forces them to make mistakes, to overextend, and then he capitalizes on those errors with sharp, precise counters. In his fight against Canelo Alvarez, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, Bivol did just that. He made Canelo miss. He made him look ordinary, something few fighters have been able to do. It was a masterclass in control, in patience, in not letting the moment overwhelm him. That's Bivol in a nutshell, cool under pressure, unflinching in his game plan. Now let's look at Beterbiev. He's a completely different animal. If Bivol is the surgeon, Beterbiev is the sledgehammer. He doesn't care about points. He doesn't care about looking pretty in the ring. His goal is simple: to hurt you, to break you down. And once he has you on the ropes, it's over. Every punch Beterbiev throws has knockout potential. He doesn't jab just to keep you at bay, he jabs to set up a devastating right hand. And once that lands, it's lights out. What makes Beterbiev even more dangerous is his ability to take punishment. He's not afraid to walk through punches to land his own. That's what makes him such a terrifying opponent. He knows that eventually he'll get to you. Eventually he'll land that one shot that changes the fight. And when that happens, there's no coming back. So here's the question. Can Bivol stay away from Beterbiev for 12 rounds? Can he avoid the sledgehammer punches long enough to outpoint him? Or will Beterbiev's relentless pressure and power be too much for Bivol to handle? Few fighters know what it's like to be in the ring with Dmitry Bivol. Canelo Alvarez is one of them. When Canelo stepped into the ring with Bivol, he was riding high. He had beaten everyone in his path, and many thought Bivol would be just another name on his resume. But what happened that night was something no one saw coming. Bivol didn't just beat Canelo, he outclassed him. Over 12 rounds, Bivol systematically dismantled one of the best fighters in the world. He made Canelo miss, made him pay, and walked away with a unanimous decision victory. So when Canelo gives his thoughts on this upcoming fight, people listen. Initially, Canelo seemed confident that Bivol would have the upper hand. He praised Bivol's ability to stick to a game plan, his conditioning, and his movement. In Canelo's eyes, Bivol's discipline is what makes him so dangerous. If Bivol can avoid getting caught in Beterbiev's traps, he has a real shot at winning. But Canelo isn't blind to the danger Beterbiev poses. He's well aware that if Bivol makes one mistake, just one Beterbiev could end the fight with a single punch. It's that unpredictability that makes this fight so intriguing. Canelo isn't picking a clear winner here. He sees it as a 50-50 fight, and in boxing, that's as unpredictable as it gets. When someone like Canelo, who's seen it all, says it's too close to call, you know you're in for something special. Shawn Porter is another voice in the boxing world that commands respect. Known for his aggressive style and relentless pace, Porter has fought some of the best in the business. But when it comes to this fight, he's siding with the more disciplined fighter. For Porter, this fight isn't about power, it's about patience, movement, and control. And that's why he's backing Bivol. Porter doesn't believe Beterbiev will be able to drag Bivol into a brawl. He's seen Bivol's discipline firsthand, and he knows that Bivol won't fall into the trap of engaging in wild exchanges. Bivol is too smart for that. Instead, Porter predicts that Bivol will use his superior footwork and ring IQ to frustrate Beterbiev, forcing him to chase shadows all night. But Porter also acknowledges that Beterbiev isn't just any fighter. He's relentless, he's powerful, and he's dangerous. But in Porter's eyes, Bivol's discipline will win out. It won't be an easy fight, but Porter is confident that Bivol's technical skills will shine through. Bivol is simply too smart, too controlled, and too good at avoiding danger to get caught by Beterbiev's power punches. David Benavidez, another seasoned professional, brings a unique perspective to this fight. For Benavidez, age and injuries are the key factors that could tip the balance in Bivol's favor. Beterbiev, while still incredibly dangerous, is getting older. His body has taken a lot of punishment, not just in fights, but in training as well. Benavidez points out that Beterbiev's heavy reliance on weight training could be slowing him down. He's still a powerhouse, no doubt, but that raw strength might be coming at the cost of speed and flexibility. Benavidez believes Bivol's youth and agility give him the edge. Bivol doesn't rely on brute force. He relies on timing, precision, and strategy. And that, according to Benavidez, could be the key to victory. But here's where things get interesting. Benavidez doesn't think Bivol will knock Beterbiev out. In fact, he's not even sure Bivol has the power to seriously hurt Beterbiev. What he does believe is that Bivol can outbox him, outthink him, and ultimately outlast him. Beterbiev might be a wrecking ball, but Bivol is the one who knows how to stay out of its path. Roy Jones Jr. is no stranger to fights of this magnitude. As the last man to hold the undisputed light heavyweight championship, his opinion holds significant weight. And like Benavidez, he leans toward Bivol. Jones makes an interesting point. Bivol has already beaten the pound-for-pound best, Canelo Alvarez. And not just beaten, he made him look ordinary. To Jones, that's all the proof you need. But Jones also warns, don't sleep on Beterbiev's knockout power. He knows how dangerous Beterbiev can be. He's always dangerous, Jones says. If Bivol gets caught, we could see something we've never seen before. This fight raises so many questions. Questions that experts and fans alike are struggling to answer. Can Bivol survive the relentless pressure of Beterbiev? Can he avoid the knockout blow for 12 rounds? Or will Beterbiev find a way to close the distance and land the punch that ends it all? On the flip side, can Beterbiev keep up with Bivol's speed? Will he be able to corner the elusive technician and force him into a firefight? These questions loom large, and no one, no matter how experienced, can say with confidence what's going to happen when these two men meet. Even as he recovers from surgery, Shakur Stevenson has been following this fight closely. Like many, Stevenson sees the matchup as a classic power versus skill scenario, Beterbiev's brutal knockouts versus Bivol's technical mastery. But here's where Stevenson gets bold. He's backing Bivol, not just to win, but to win convincingly. According to Stevenson, Bivol has what it takes to push the pace and control the fight. But he also warns it won't be easy. Beterbiev isn't someone you can take lightly, even if you are the more skilled fighter. So where do we stand? After hearing from some of the biggest names in boxing, it's clear this fight is anything but predictable. Some back Bivol, citing his discipline, his movement, and his technical prowess. Others warn that Beterbiev's power is unlike anything Bivol has ever faced before. This fight is a true 50-50, and that's what makes it so exciting. Both men have the tools to win, both have the desire, but only one will walk away as the undisputed champion. The question is, who will it be?